101. All right. Hello, everybody. Hey,
Hey
V.
guys. Hey Mitch, how are you?
I am well. It's always so fun. We're like, hey, I just started talking to you, but we've been talking for like 10 minutes. So I said it earlier, V. I'll say it again. I love your colors tonight. They are beautiful.
Thank
What is it?
you.
Weedat. I love Weedat lips.
We that by the crayon case. Yes. And she has all these funky colors. And so yes, this one is called We That, and it's like a purple. So
Woohoo!
I'm digging it. I like it.
So I love that. This is like one of the first times I look up and there's like 9 people already here. So we're doing
Woo!
something right.
Let me turn my volume down.
Yeah,
There
and
we go.
I'm sharing mine. You guys, thanks for jumping on. Hey Barrett, hey Patrick, Becca Jane, Daniel. If you guys feel comfortable and you want to share this video on your page, great. If not,
Please do.
yeah, we don't mind if you do or don't. We're glad you're here. Ooh, all right, I shared.
I am doing it right now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So it is Monday night, June 29th, 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of
Yeah.
in the middle of racial upheaval in the Mother Earth is birthing some shit, which is good for growth. Oh my goodness. I tell you. And
It's
right
it's a lot. It's a lot going on out here.
oof.
A lot going. Things are drastically coming up to the things to be put an end to start over,
Yeah.
like in every facet of life, like everything
Yeah.
is just start coming up like, nope, this isn't gonna work, start tear down and start over.
Yeah.
So
Thank,
yeah.
thank you, Becky, for sharing. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing.
Hey
I'm
Grace,
and
how are you?
you know what's
Huh?
you know what's so funny? Hey, I East. Hey, Rosil.
Rocio, that's Grace. You know her. She's come to Reader Studio. You've met her.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yay. So, and you know what's interesting? The other day, intuitively, not
Mhm.
factually or historically, somebody was talking about how like there are certain things that, like for instance, one of them is, and I don't want to get too political, but one of them is like Florida Gators. They're doing away with like the fight song. They may be renaming a facility, and intuitively, I felt like it wasn't like people were just jumping on a bandwagon to make changes. What I
Mhm.
felt like was these things have been in the works to be changed, and there wasn't enough fire to transform it. And here we,
Yeah.
oh, and perfect example, I guess. I think Mississippi, they have their Supreme Court says yes, you can take the Confederate sign off the
Yep.
flag, and
Yep.
they've been trying to do it for years. So it's not just like, oh, all of a sudden it's happening. It's like the
Mhm.
fuel is finally powerful
We're
enough
getting
for this.
stuff done.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, hey Jill, how are you?
Hey, Jill. Some
Ooh.
things will take a pandemic to change. You're absolutely right, Barrett. Absolutely right.
Hey
Like
Robin.
everything has to be an upheaval.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Woo. Well, I got a haircut yesterday, so I'm excited about that. My hair is getting
You're
long.
super cute.
4 weeks is too long. I get every 3 weeks. When I was acting and modeling, I did it every 2 weeks. Hey Christy. Oh my goodness.
4 weeks is too much. Too long.
Yes. Yeah. Especially like right there, right there. So V, what's been going on in your life?
Yo, I want to start off by saying I am blessed, blessed, blessed. I have let's see, April was my first month. April, May, June of really stepping out into doing my own and read like readings. Like I have, it's been amazing. Like I could not have predicted just that I get to do this work and the way that it's happening. And every time it was just something, a new opportunity. And I'm like, yes. So I've been moving. Like I presented at Tarot Palooza this past weekend. I talked about intuitive intimacy and using the tarot to create better bonds for long lasting love and satisfying sex.
Woo!
And people were into it and it was awesome. So yeah, just been manifesting more opportunities. Yes.
That's what came up. That's what came up. Bring it on.
But other than that, falling into this new life of mine, got to hang out with my bonus baby. She's beautiful. We got to have some good time together. But yeah, it's been real. So, am I keeping to 8 hours, Barrett? Possibly, possibly not. I do give myself breaks, and I have to give myself boundaries to say, okay, I'm not doing anything. That's my weekend. Is when I'm like, yeah. Like on my live, I was talking about how I dread Monday. Used to dread Mondays Sundays, because Monday is like getting up and getting in the routine of going back to work. But now it's kind of like, okay, this is what I do, and I kind of make my own hours, and it's pretty badass, and I'm digging it.
Yeah.
So yeah. How
Great.
about you? What's been going on your way?
So first of all, hey Michael, and how do you pronounce it? Rosacili?
Rocio.
Rocio. So she said,
Yeah.
"Do you think this pandemic is making people more metaphysical?" I think that this is a time of opening, awakening,
Yes.
releasing, shifting. I have seen over the last 5 years people become so much more sensitive. And
I
where I've seen it is usually females coming to me for reading, and I will say something like, "Oh my gosh, I can feel your husband becoming more sensitive where he's not able to dull the emotional stuff he's going through. And he's like kind of having emotional bursts and spouts and maybe crying." And they're like, yes. So even those men and some women who have been able to numb themselves down, it's like they can't shake how we're opening up. So I believe this is a big part of that. So yeah, and I do believe people are reaching out more for things like metaphysical stuff, because they just don't know where to turn right now. Um,
exactly.
yeah,
And I was just gonna say that is, a lot of structures and systems are coming down. So what people normally go to for that sense of clarity or grounding or something to hold on to, that stuff is like coming or so to rely more on their own intuition and what they're feeling as they're going through all of this to kind of, have some sense of guidance, so to speak.
yeah, yeah. And also, I think people, because a lot of people are alone a lot more right now in their house, their home, or whatever, it's kind of easy for them to go, "Oh, let me call a psychic. Let me Skype a psychic." I had
Yeah.
Sunday morning, I had the grandmother booked it, and the grandmother and two of her daughters and a granddaughter. I literally just said, "All right, Spirit told me I need to do this." She said, "Do you have an hour?" And I said, "I'll make one for you." And
Yep.
they would turn the laptop a quarter turn, and I had 15 minutes with each of them, and it was just beautiful, so beautiful. So let's see if there's anything else out there. So yeah, so yes, Michael, making them look at themselves a little bit more, spend more time within. So
Mhm.
for me, last a week ago, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I went on what I called my 2020 retrograde retrograde road trip of renewal. so
I love it.
so
Yep.
I planned it. I had about 12 different metaphysical shops in Central Florida, North Florida, and I just started heading towards Tampa. Went to a couple,
Hmm.
found a cheap hotel on Orbit, stayed in Tampa,
I love it.
jumped in the car the next day, hit another one. Some of the bookstores would be like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from each other, and then
Yeah.
then I ended up in St. Augustine. Got a cheap but safe hotel right in St. Augustine. Hit more metaphysical bookstores. Came home Thursday night.
Oh,
When I was driving, I had no music. I had no radio. No nothing on. I was just peaceful by myself.
that
Um,
is awesome.
yeah, I did it. It's funny because I did it in November of 2018. And I remember planning this one. I thought, well, this is a good time. And I thought, oh, it's Mercury retrograde. And I thought, oh, it's Mercury retrograde. And I went
Hmm.
back and looked at the other one, and it was Mercury retrograde, and I didn't even know it. Like I didn't plan it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it's been kind of interesting. So hey, Robin, we'll get to readings in just a moment. Save all your information until we get there. So we're not doing readings yet, but we will definitely be taking 8 names in just a little bit, and we'll
Yes.
do some readings. So yeah, so we just chat a little bit, and then we'll take the 8 names, and we do one card each. And I think V, are we gonna do like You talking to Larry?
No,
Okay. Well, you were talking to somebody a minute ago, or you like? 'Cause I was like, is there somebody else in your house? Do I wink if you need help?
Wink if you're safe.
Wink if you need. Is he there
He
now?
is over here waving now because you have summoned him up. Now
Yeah.
he's waving to me. Hey, Mitchell.
What's up? How are
What's
you?
up?
Oh, guys, yes, that
I
is
love it.
my better half.
Yeah, that
But
is your
no, that
husband.
road trip sounds like amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
Now I want to figure out where I'll like. I try to make all the stops that are close to me, but I've been to everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where can I go? Where can I venture to? So I'm
And
looking at my map.
only about two of them I'd been to before. That's kind of what I love to do is go and I usually I buy if I feel really led I buy something and then I post it and tag it and share it.
Hmm.
There were a couple where I went in and the shops were good, but I just like okay there's nothing in here for me and just got a nice visit. It was comfortable, but I did think about 4 new decks, so that's what I bought.
Yeah, I saw that you got the Wonderland Tarot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, in the wild unknown.
I know. Everybody keeps
Yes.
telling me I have to read the definitions because I can't just go by traditional. And then this
Mm-mm.
was gorgeous. So
Yes.
simple. It's like Rider Waite down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
It was really, really beautiful. So,
Oh.
so V, are we gonna allow them like we did last time to ask a question? I kind of like that. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Norm, you're right on time, Norm.
Welcome. Welcome. Oh,
So,
I wanted to tell you about this new deck that I.
oh yeah, yeah. So let me tell you mine because it'll take a second. I'm doing This Might Hurt Tara. That's what I'm working with tonight. So tell us about yours. Hey, Lewis.
So I was on. I follow Indie Deck Review on Instagram, where they basically review indie decks. So everything that's coming out on everything that's about to come out on Kickstarter. And now they've actually done a checklist, which is awesome, and it lets you know with the review like how many animals are in the deck, how many white people are in the deck, how many black people, how many like Asian people, I think, and like differently able people. So they do like a checklist at the end to let you know what it can be seen from the scenes in the deck as well, which I thought was super dope because I've never seen that before. So this one I saw on the Indie Deck Review and I was like, ooh, I gotta try it. And then I looked at the shipping and I was like, ugh, I don't know if I want to because it came from Thailand.
Ooh.
But I kept seeing it and I'm like, no, I have to get it. So it's called the Shuffle Tarot. You guys can see that. So the thing about the Shuffle Tarot is that it's a Rider-Waite scene, but he has transported the people into different scenes in the deck. So like this is the Star, but the Hermit is like basking in the waters of the Star, right?
Wow.
He's come off the mountain, he's gotten his enlightenment, and now he gets to kind of chill, you know? This is the Devil card where we have the Hierophant sitting in the
Wow.
Devil space, so it allows you to read this deck so many like blending and mashing. It's like a mashup. So mashing together different meanings of the decks. The aces are the same. Like this is Judgment with the moon.
Wow. Was there any?
So
Did they talk about how they chose who went to what card?
no, he just there's a book that comes with it. There's the Shuffle Tarot A and B, and I got the collection A. B is just it has a orangey yellow background. But the little book that comes with it, let me just find one.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Brianna. Yes, isn't that deck amazing?
So this is how the deck is just kind of set up. It's just got pictures and then like the keywords, but he doesn't say why he picked what he
Okay.
picked. Yeah.
Ooh, who was it? What
So
happened to the Hangman? That's what
the
you open to.
the Hangman here. Who is this in the Hangman? And then it tests me because I don't know offhand half the
Is it
time
like the High
who is
Priestess hanging
who.
upside down or something?
It's not the High Priestess, and I can't tell by this picture. But the Hangman here says being blamed, faith and goodness, strong faith, being loved, preparation, being helped, stopping, and purity.
Cool.
So I have to find, who is hanging out in the hangman space to
Yeah.
figure out how those two things. Oh, it's strength.
Ooh, so it's the woman from Strength?
Yeah, it's the woman from strength in the hangman.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing.
So yeah, so
Really?
it's a really really dope deck. This one is the Two of Swords, but it's in the Two of Wands landscape.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
deep dive, yo. It is deep, and I've only read with it a couple of times because of course I'm like, let me test. So I'm like testing myself at the same time as trying to read it.
You
So
you just froze up. You froze up and you went, and this is what we all heard. It is a deep dive. Literally, the computer. Hello, Mercury retrograde.
then listen, but that's how deep the dive is.
Woo. Hey, Yorelis. How are you?
So
Thank you,
yes,
Robin.
so I will be reading with this one tonight.
Yeah, and I'll be reading This Might Hurt. And this is what the back of This Might Hurt. It's black and white, but the front is gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
All right, so what's going to happen? Listen up closely. If you had a reading with us 2 weeks ago, definitely do not put your hand up today. If you had one like 4 weeks ago, maybe just kind of see, because there's a lot of new people here tonight. I can tell we've got like
Mm-hmm.
35 people live with us, which is not the norm. So thank you all for being here. We're going to take 8 people. So here's what, hey, Miguel, here's what we are going to ask you to do. You type the word me, M-E. If you can put it in capital letters, great. And then we're going to take the first 8 people who say me, which is basically raising your hand, giving us permission.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
go. And it usually takes about 30 or 40 seconds before we can see your me. V's going to call out
Yes.
the names so I don't miss them.
Yeah. Hey Teresa. Hey T Cry.
So
All right. So Teresa T Cry. Teresa is up. Um.
Urellas.
Urellas. Mary.
Okay, Mary,
Patrick.
Patrick,
Courtney.
Courtney,
Robin. For
Robin,
Victoria. Uh-huh. Amy.
Amy,
Jamie.
Jamie. That's 8. So we are done.
Okay.
So we've hit our 8 people. We got 8 people on there. And that's pretty much all we can take because we'll only go about another 30, 40 minutes at the most.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So here's how this is going to work. So you guys, we've already got our 8. So I know some people are already posting. So here's...
Hey, Flo.
So,
Sorry.
that is shuffling the shuffle.
Sorry.
Yeah, I love that sound. I love it. So you guys, here are the 8 people: Teresa, Yarellis, Mary, Patrick, Courtney, Robin, Amy, Jamie. So here's what's going to happen. You 8 people, you'll need to have your question ready. Make it short, make it succinct. Probably avoid yes or no questions. If you want to know if he's going to call you on Friday night, we would rather you say, what can I do to bring about the date on Friday night? That way we can give you guidance on your life rather than, is he going to call me? Because we'll probably pull a card and say, I don't think so. Or,
Right.
yeah, he's going to call you, and then the reading's over. So you want to allow us to give you that guidance. So Teresa, get ready, and then Yarellis, get ready. We'll be on hold. We'll tell you when to hit send, and then we'll go. And V, you want to read first or second tonight?
I'll read first tonight.
Perfect.
Give me grace with this. Give me grace. I'm and allowing myself to read it intuitively as well as combining meaning.
Okay, you froze again. I think what I heard you say was, I'm going to give you some grace.
Give me grace with this deck. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I said, but it's about the blending of the meanings and all that kind of good stuff. But yes, definitely. I'll go first.
Perfect. All right. So all right. So don't push the question yet. So Teresa, if you have your question ready, go ahead and send it. And then Yarellis, have yours ready to go. Hey Barrett, are you gonna do some questions and answers after we're done tonight? We don't want you doing it while we're doing it, but let us know if you're gonna do some afterwards. So, all right, Teresa, what's your question? There we go. Teresa says, "What do I need to do to expand my business? My doors to job opportunities seem to be closing." Beautiful phrase question.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. So I have the Queen of Pentacles, and she's sitting in the seat of the Queen of Wands. Okay.
Ooh.
So the Queen of Pentacles here is talking about, finances. It's talking about being able to have that business under your belt. But this Queen of Wands seat is saying that you need to really step into your dynamic power. In order for you to have that sense of resource, for you to feel as though you're grounded, you really have to take some dynamic moves, plant some different seeds, step out there in your confidence, and maybe do some things that you have been kind of holding on to and not ready to do. Now is the time to do them, whether you're ready or not. Opportunities may be closing because it's like, okay, you're kind of doing the same thing. This is the time to step out and do something different that fires you up to bring you that sense of security.
Beautiful. And from me, Queen of Swords. So
Yes.
first of all, Teresa, I know you spoke your question for us, and I appreciate it. But this is the NLP person in me. Watch your wording. Doors to opportunity seem to be closing. I would say rephrase that to I'm looking for the doors that are opening now. Just so you don't have that negative of doors closing in your verbiage, you have the positive of doors opening. So for you, again, I love this Queen of Swords, and I tell you, I love her sassiness. Hey, Mark, she is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. Look at her hand. She's like, "Give that to me. I'm gonna cut it out." So she is, and I'm laughing because I'm like, that's what I just did to you. I literally said, cut out the
Mm-hmm.
negative verbiage. And Queen of Swords is all about dialogue. It's intellect. It's thought. It's your words.
Mm-hmm.
So be very conscious of your words. And to quote her, cut it out. Now, I'm really drawn to her glasses and her eyes here. I would say, really make sure you're seeing the true, real picture here. I know
Mm-hmm.
this sounds funny, but it's almost like I want to say, adjust your vision a little bit, adjust your binoculars, your lenses, and make sure that everything is very clearly being seen. And this also goes back to make sure you're not lying to yourself, which again, we're basically back to words and the power that they have. So yeah, so yeah, Sue, aren't they beautiful glasses? So Teresa, let us know if that resonated with you. Oh, and we forgot to tell you guys, if you want to piggyback on somebody's reading,
Yes.
you just pick number 1 through 8, and then when that one comes up, you just listen intently, and you can piggyback on. And the last couple of Monday nights we've been together, people have said every reading that night resonated with them. So
Yep.
this is the collective coming together, which is beautiful.
Yep.
Cool. Did I already say hey, Mark? Hey, Mark. So Teresa, that was for you, number 1. Thank you, thank you. Yarellis, go ahead and hit send and press your question. And this is number 2. So if you want to jump on and piggyback with number 2, this would be for you as well as Yarellis. All right, Teresa makes very much sense to me. Thank you, Metro. You're welcome. Yes, language is
Okay.
absolutely important. So important. So all right, Yarellis and Mary, you get ready. Have your question ready, but don't hit enter yet. And I'm Yay. All right, Yarella says, What do I need to do to be more open for abundance within job opportunities? I haven't worked since last year, and then COVID ruined the interviews I had lined up. All right, so first of all, I love that we're having so many of the same thing so far, so many business job
Mm.
opportunity questions and things like that. You know what? I
Open
forgot
up.
I can do something. Oh, look at that.
You-
Can you see that?
What?
The question is posted on the bottom.
No. I see
Okay.
it on the live, the
Okay. Oh,
chat.
because you're on Skype, so you're not seeing it on Skype. So everybody else can see it like in the bottom.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I had a jumper for you, Urellis, and I have the Seven of Swords, but we are in the Seven of Cups space. Okay.
Ooh.
And so this is talking about um, it's for you, it's kind of cutting through the confusion. Okay. Cutting through all of the doubts that you may have about your abundance. When things start to fall through, or things aren't lining up, we start to question ourselves. Is this what we're supposed to be doing? Is this for me? Is this? Don't question your abundance. Cut through all of that. Know what it is that you want. Start manifesting. What kind of job do you want? Because sometimes we get in a space where we're desperate. I'll just take anything, or I'm looking for this type of thing. Open up your opportunities. There may be some things that you're not seeing because of all of the confusion and all of the clouds that you have over what's available to me. Okay. And don't be disillusioned, so to speak. There's this big sword that I'm looking at that's stuck into this rock. Don't be so disillusioned. Don't feel as though you have to stick within the same type of work that you were doing previously. You can branch out, and you can open up your opportunities and your possibilities by expanding your mind and thinking, what else can I do? Maybe it's time for me to change directions in what I've been doing in the past. Okay.
Beautiful. So, Mark, you said, how did I do that? It's all part of a program called eCam. That's how I broadcast this live. So, all right, so Urellis, for you from me, the card is the Knight of Wands, and the abundance. Again, move quickly and transform what was, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So, I would say definitely rethink what you did in the past. Be open to different kind of job opportunities or things. Spirit's saying don't be afraid to maybe go back to a little bit of school, not like a degree or something, but maybe like just a little simple certification, education, or something that boosts you a little bit. And I feel like you've already done some of that as well. But yeah, so again, the fiery transformation of moving forward is what's going to help. And then belief. Spirit just said you've got to believe that you are worthy, deserving, whole, and complete, just as you are, ready to go. So yeah, so let us know if that resonated with you, Urellis, anybody else who chose number 2.
Yes.
So Barrett, I'm using This Might Hurt. All right, so that was for the number 2s and Urellis. Mary, go ahead and hit your question. And anybody who chose number 3, this will be for you as well. And then I'll see if we post it.
So how did you? Because I saw the question come up now. So how did you do? Did you have to click on something?
In the comments, right below it says add to broadcast, and I click at it, and it puts it over there. And then
beautiful.
Yeah, Urella says makes perfect sense.
Good. Beautiful. I'm glad that resonated with you.
Okay, so Mary, let me see if I can add this if it's not too big. Yay, so Mary said, I've recently been back in touch with my first love. Oh yeah. From approximately 30 years ago. How perfect for retrograde. Wow. Will this be a friendship or something I should be expecting more from? Ah, beautiful.
All right.
Bye, Christy. Thanks for coming.
All right. So we have this wonderful 9 of Cups here.
Oh my gosh.
So with this being said, number 1, I feel as though you guys will get into the space of being social with one another. I don't know if either one of you drink, but the physical aspect of this is, if you do, just be mindful of how much celebrating, how much drinking is done. Okay. 9 of Cups is also about abundance, but this is just saying don't overdo or don't go too or do too much too fast. You don't want to intoxicate yourself. I understand as a first love coming back, it's exciting, and you just kind of want to figure out where it's going really, really fast. This is saying that you can have abundance, but take your time at it. You don't have to drink and do everything all within the first 3 meetings or the first 3, dates or whatever. So take your time, have a good time. Abundance can happen, but don't overindulge to the point that you make yourself sick. Okay? You're blushing, Mitch. You
See,
like to be, you're blushing.
I probably should have chosen number three because that would be for me. So all right,
Yeah.
So Mary, from me, this is Six of Cups. Oh my gosh! And the reason V is clutching her pearls is because literally this
Yeah.
would be the card that would echo back a love from long ago.
Literally.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I need to read much more into this, but I feel like there's something there. I feel like it's
Mhm.
something beautiful. And I look at the sky. I love that. It's like this for me. It's like it's the sun is setting, and it's like this makes me feel like you will. This will be your sunset romance. This
Yeah.
will be something beautiful. I really feel that for you.
Yep.
Oh, I
Like,
love that.
and with this, I definitely say abundance can happen. It's just take your time, fall back into it naturally. You don't have to oversaturate it or overdo it. I feel like it'll be natural. So just fall into that flow.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So that was
I'm gonna take
number
that
three.
too. That was number three. I need to pick a number. I'm gonna pick five like I usually do.
I'm gonna do six. I never pick six. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I am not a six person at all. Hey Lucy.
Hey,
So
Lucy.
so Mary, let us know if that resonated with you. And Patrick, get your question ready and go ahead and shoot it up there. And then Courtney, you'll be next. Mary, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy, it's the This Might Hurt
Yes.
tarot deck.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey,
This
Deanna.
deck, Fellas, this is the Shuffle Tarot by actually I don't
Does it say
know.
who it's from?
Name.
Patrick,
I know
Patrick,
it's a
Patrick, we need your question. There we go.
It's a couple of names.
I'm looking at. Oh, I was looking at Patricia. I'm like, that's not Patrick. Okay, thank you, Patrick. Okay, I'm adding the. Okay, so Patrick's question: what can I do to help bring about a reunion or a relationship again? Finally, with the S sounding name, it's been a long wait, if possible. All right. So, what can Patrick do to bring about this relationship with S?
All right. What
And Courtney, get your
about a
question
reunion
ready.
or relationship? Finally.
Finally, it's happening to me.
All right. Here we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. We're in this Nine of Swords, but it's the Nine of Wands landscape. And so with this Nine of Swords, the first thing I want to say is to kind of get out of your head. That's always that Nine of Swords feeling. Step out of the anxious, what could happen if, and if that happens, then I'll do it. If that happens, there's a lot of anxiety that's keeping you from a reunion or relationship. But in this Nine of Wands space, it's talking about perseverance. So with the wand, we're talking about communication. When was the last time you've talked to this person? Is it time for you to reach out? Has there been enough time between the two of you that you're needing to kind of be the person to say, okay, I'm going to start this communication train? Getting out of your head of when is this going to happen. It's an actual action of putting yourself out there, because then you will kind of know how this other person is feeling and where they are with you, and then you can kind of step from there. So out of your head and into the world, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. And for me, how can he bring about this reunion of relationship with S? Knight of Wands again. All right. Both of the things are kind of like movement on your part. And, I would say focused movement because I'm really just getting how this person is very focused on this bike. Interesting that the bike is heading in the past direction, the left to the left. So this is definitely about reunion. Um, Interesting enough, and I know a little bit more about Patrick than just somebody popping on. So I would also say, Patrick, when you look to the past, when you travel a little bit into the past, make sure you're taking time to kind of heal anything that you need to from the past, let go of any frustrations, any hurts, so that you can come at this a little fresh, a little neutral, That way when you do what V said, and that is initiate conversations, they're not carrying with them the energy of, oh yeah, remember the last time we talked? They're just
Mm-hmm.
very neutral, very neutral. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right, that was number 4. So anybody who chose number 4 and piggybacked on that, that was for you. Yeah, and Patrick,
Hey,
let us know how that went.
hey, Chandra, welcome, welcome.
V Tangerine loves you.
Yes, that's my girl
Okay.
Chandra.
I am loving that name, Tangerine Jones.
Tangerine Jones. Yes.
That's
She
so
got the
Floridian too. It's like it's
she
the
got the
citrus.
juice, y'all. All right. Was
Oh,
Courtney next?
yes, and
Okay.
Courtney, let me post that one. It's a big question. So, Courtney, let me adjust it just a little bit here so we can see good. So, Courtney says, I don't have a specific question. I love it. I've been trusting my gut with new responsibilities. I know that spirit is with me. I have my grandmother's own mind a lot. I have my grandmother's on my mind a lot. Both raised 6 children, one in poverty, picking watermelons for a living, the other a single parent, looking for confirmation that taking on my sister's 3 children is the right decision. Ooh, all right.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we both can feel the gravity of that.
Yes. All right. So taking on her sister's 3 children is the right decision, right direction. All right. Here I have the 4 of Wands, and but it's in the 4 of Cups landscape. So with
Ooh,
this 4 of Wands, the 4 of Wands talk about celebration. It talks about finding sacred space. So I'm feeling it. If you're wanting to take in your sister's 3 children, you're wanting to give them a loving home. You're wanting to give them security and safety and all of that kind of good stuff. In this 4 of Cups landscape, it talks about you having to shift your emotions. I feel like you're emotionally torn. I don't know if there's hurt that's sitting on your heart in regards to whatever situation is um, causing you to have to make this decision, but you have to kind of resolve that first for you to actually get a good answer on if this is the right direction, the right decision for you. Like I said, I can see where your heart is in wanting to take in these babies and love them and create safety, but at the same time, there's some healing that needs to be done in your heart space to make sure that you're doing this for the right reasons. Okay. So I
cool.
hope that resonates.
All right. So, and Tangerine, you said I need a question. We've already got all the questions that we're doing tonight. So, in 2 weeks, we'll probably do it again. We'll let you know by the end of this. All right. So for Courtney, from me, the 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is again. We're back to, and I said it just a moment ago, realizing the gravity of the situation here.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel like it's interesting because a lot of times when I read this card, I say something to the effect of, because it's Libra energy, make the decision and the choice that's going to bring about the most balance. But I am seeing the heart so protected in this. And I want
Mm-hmm.
to say the opposite of this. Open up your heart. So I will be honest with you. If you're looking for confirmation that you should bring in the 3 children, I feel like if you open up your heart and you're willing to get hurt for the payoff of being loved beyond belief, then I think you'll have your own answer. So I think V kind of gave a little bit more a little bit confirmation where I'm saying like, here's what I would recommend you doing. And that is fully open your heart to the possibility of this amazing amount of love, but also with almost the exact same swing of the pendulum to the other side of what we would call pain, because it would be it would be a challenge. There would be a lot involved with it. But I feel like the potential, in other words, big risk, big payoff. That's what I just
This
heard
is
from
true.
Spirit. Big risk, big payoff. Yeah. So cool. So that was number 5, V. I think you chose
That was
5. So
that was
you,
my 5. It
yeah.
was.
So
I did.
that was for you and anybody else who chose number 5s.
Interesting.
So we are going to Courtney. I hope that made some sense. Renee, isn't it a beautiful deck? I hope you got the name of it. Yeah, this might
Yes.
hurt. This might hurt tarot. It is so beautiful. All right. So
And
hey, Leo,
Chan-
what's up?
Chandra, if you're still there, just pick a number 6 through 8 and listen for that message.
Yeah,
I can
so
put that out.
we've already picked our questions for it. Let's see. Hey Sue, what did she say? You have a big heart full of love. Those children. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Sue. All right. And I think I said hey to Leo. Good to see you here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
All right.
Leo.
Huge rewards. Thank you guys. Oh, I'm glad it resonates. Beautiful.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
very
So
welcome.
Robin, put your question in, Robin. And then after Robin is Amy, and after Amy is Jamie, and then we should be done.
So anybody that's just joining, that's looking to have to, for a reading, pick a number 6 through 8 and hang on to it, and just listen for when that message pops up or when we, get to that number.
All right. Here's Robin. So Robin says, so my 20-year-old daughter, Victoria, who is with her, so she's with her right now. She says, what the F is really happening? A lot of negative energy going on right now. Need to get away from that. What can we do to bring the positive back? Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. All right. And I have a feeling V and I are going to tap into some stuff on the other side.
All right. So I have the Two of Cups here, and the Two of Pentacles landscape. So it's saying that, and it's funny because in the Two of Cups, there's usually another person standing holding the cup, but the cup has been, deserted. This person is on the boat and they are floating away. So with that being said, how to bring the positive back is to let go of what is not trying to connect with you. Having quote unquote negative energy going on around, it makes you look at, like, who are you partnering with? Who is around you? And are they bringing toxic energy? This might be you getting in the boat and getting the hell out of Dodge because you don't want to be partnered with that energy anymore. It really is about looking at where you are and the people and the situations that you have around you that you're like, I've been friends with this person for so long, and things change. People change and things evolve. So you just have to do a check and say, okay, what is healthy in my life? What is not healthy? And then make some cuts in that space.
Yay. Oh my gosh. Hey, Linda. First of all, V, I don't know if you totally, oh, there you're back. You froze for just a split second, but we got your message. And Barrett said it, took it out. That is such a beautiful reading for that card. First of all, I'm blown away by that card. I am going to definitely look into that deck, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and Robin, the other thing that came to mind, I'm going to pull a card, but the other thing, a lot of times when we weed our social garden, or more importantly, when people start to drift away, and the metaphor, pun intended, we reach out to them. No, 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 come back. This is the way it's always
Yeah.
been. No, no, let them go.
Let them go.
When they stop calling, because this is where you move on, but because sometimes it's comfortable to stay in that relationship, and maybe time to let it go. Now, whether we're talking about relationship, bad energy, or just energy in general. So let me pull a card and we will see what the card says. Bam!
Well,
Power. So this is speaking very similar in the sense of tear it down. Look at the wave. We got water in both of these cards. Big wave water, emotional stuff going on. We've got people tumbling out of the tower and they're going in separate directions. All right. So now is the time to shift, to change, to till the garden up. That's what I love to say about the tower card. It is ready to go. Just, yeah. So, when you say what the F is going on, I would say what the F is going on is it is a cleansing time. We are in the middle of Mercury retrograde. This is a great time to renew, review, reconnect, revitalize, refurbish, retake the trash out, release, all the refortify, rethink, everything, redo. So Robin, let us know if that resonates with your daughter Victoria. And anybody else? That was me. Oh my God. Anybody else who chose number 6? Anybody else who chose number 6? So, all right.
Norm says no more decks for you.
You guys, I only have about 120, and that's not a lot compared. Woo! Yeah, we are on a little fire tonight. All right. Excuse me. All right, so Robin, I hope that made some sense for you and Victoria.
Yeah.
That was number 6. If you chose number 6, we are going to number 7, and that is Amy. So, Amy, press enter, send us your question. Oh,
Chandra, you said me. Was that 6 or 7 for you? Were you picking 6 or were you picking 7? Thank you, Samaj.
okay, great, great, Robin. Hey,
Uh,
Samaj.
all right, Robin.
Samaj James.
Yes.
Ooh. All right, so Amy, send us your question if you're still out there, and if you chose number 7, this reading is going to be for you as well. All right, so Amy says, "What do I love your last name. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Turnisol. Turnisol. Oh, I don't know why I love it. So Amy says, "What do I need to do to become gainfully employed? I've not had any luck in finding a job for a long time now." So we've had a lot of relationships and a lot of work stuff, and very similar because those are kind of the
Yes.
two of the big ones.
Yeah.
All right,
You're so
Robin, you're welcome.
Robin. All right. Let's
Sometimes we're
see.
the same person, aren't we?
Wonder Twins. What do I need to do to become gainful?
I have to go like
Oh.
this. Go like this. Wonder Twin. No, the other way. The other way.
Oh.
Wonder Twin powers activate. Okay. Form of tarot readers.
We are
All right,
nerds.
Amy. Yes. What does Amy need to do to become gainfully employed?
All right. So here we have the Empress, but we have the Hangman chilling all across her chaise lounge. So, with the Empress here, this is saying there's a lot of you taking care of yourself. You know, there's a lot of you nurturing yourself. Also, if you've been looking for a job or a position, the Empress is also about birthing. You know, so is there something of your own that you're wanting to put out there to possibly be gainfully employed, an entrepreneur for yourself? You know, with the Hangman hanging out here, it's saying that it's not a coincidence that you have been stalled. You know, this is the guy of surrender, you know, but he's hanging out here and he's just relaxing. But once again, in this space of the Empress, it's asking, number one, how do you need to be nurtured? You know, what would be the best or ideal working situation for you right now in this space? What would nurture you? What would fill you up? We're giving your all and treating it as though it were your most prized possession. And then also, if you have a business or something that you want to bring to life, you might be on pause because it's time to do that now. You know, maybe you're not supposed to work for other people. Maybe you're supposed to work for yourself. Okay. But as you can see with this Hangman, he has no worries. You know, he's waiting for this sense of divine intervention. And by taking care of himself, so to speak, in doing that is what's going to bring the answer. Okay.
Beautiful. And also, I realized something because I am the Emperor's birth path 3, but also I resonate with the Hangman, which is 12, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
3.
interesting that there's a connection back. So, and then
Yep.
from me to what you can do to become gainfully employed. 3
Another
of
3.
boards. I'm going to be blunt here. You need to butcher the old ideas and way of thinking. You need to let
Yes.
go of what you think you want, need, desire, but realize you are worth it and deserving.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little odd for me, but I'm really picking up on the word sacrifice. So if you do any kind of spell or magic or anything like that, within the realms of your working and belief and stuff like that, do something that's a little sacrificial type. But if you don't do any of that, then I would say see where you can, quote, sacrifice an old belief, an old idea, an old thought about what you want. And I will be a perfect example of that through this COVID-19 working for. I work in a fitness center, but we're owned by a hospital. I have been redeployed all over the place, and I've gone bravely and boldly, and I've had some amazing experience. and I'm still employed, and I'm
Mhm.
growing and I'm learning, and sometimes I have to kick and scream a little to get there. But yeah, so it's like I've just let go of, what was my idea of what work looked like, and it doesn't look like that anymore. But I'm having a good time exploring this terrain. So yeah, so Amy and anybody who chose number 7, let us know how that resonated with you. Renee said I chose
Renee said she
7.
chose 7, and it resonated so much of the day she had. You are so, so welcome, Renee.
Oh, Deanna was asking, was that were you asking? Was it upside down? It wasn't upside down, but then I think you
Nope.
said to turn it upside down.
Oh, let me see if I put it back in my deck and shuffled.
so
See if I can find it.
Jamie, if you're out there, you are the last one, number 8. Go ahead and send us your question.
Nope.
Amy, you are welcome. Glad it resonated, made some sense.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it just that fast. Back in my deck. You're welcome, Amy.
Ooh, I'm gonna look into that deck.
There we
I
go.
have a number in my mind.
So this is what it is, and then this is what it looked like reversed.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
All right. Jamie Watson Wolf said, "Oh my God, me and Mary are in the same boat. I think we are twin flames. Even that a lot mirroring and everything." Okay. Woo, beautiful. All right, Lucy, you're picking number 8. So Jamie, are you out there? Jamie, if you're out there, send us your question. That
That
Jamie.
was you.
It's because I wasn't saying her 3 names. Okay, Jamie Watson Wolf. Oh my God, me and Mary are in the same boat. I think he is my twin flame. Let me post this. I just need to post it and shut up. Um, I think he is my twin flame. Is that even a thing? A lot of marrying with each other, mind blowing. So, is that your question then? Is
Let us know, Jamie. Is that your question?
Yes.
Are you wanting to know about is this relationship material or yeah?
So it was funny. I listened to Teresa Reed's podcast today, and they talked about twin flames. And for her, she don't do twin flame things.
Yeah.
For me, when I hear people talk about twin flames, I think they're looking for like a soulmate. They're looking for a traveling companion, through this lifetime. For me, a twin flame makes me feel like it's definitely someone who's part of your soul family that you signed a contract to be with here. So
Yeah.
the terminology, I think, just like the word love, has been just blown out of proportion or shifted.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jamie Watson Wolf is saying, is he my twin flame? Yes, yes. That's your question. Or what is he?
Oh, what?
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Let's go with
So
that.
what is this? What is this person in Jamie's life? What is the purpose of this person in Jamie's life? What is?
What are they to you? What do they represent?
All right. So we have this Four of Swords in the Four of Wands space.
Oh gosh, I love this.
Okay. So with the Four of Swords here, we're talking about first off, rest your mind. It's saying, put a rest to all of the anxiety and is this it? Is this it? What does this mean? Put a rest to all of that. In the Four of Wands space, the Four of Wands here talks about like this collective party, this getting together, this and a lot of times it's marriage, but it feels as though that part is not where it is. I feel as though it's about creating a sense of security, so to speak, with allowing yourself to surrender to whatever it is, not having a firm idea of this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a relationship. It's going to be marriage, but just allowing yourself to be in that space to experience whatever may happen, whatever it may be, and whatever it may turn into. But definitely resting your mind. These people have kind of walked off in the corner. They have kind of walked away from their posts, like they're no longer interested in whatever was going on here. So for you saying, is he my twin flame? There could be a very strong possibility, but keeping that in your mind, and it brings up so many other questions. What does this mean? What are we supposed to be doing? It doesn't allow you to actually experience whatever relationship you guys are creating, whether that's friendship, whether that's something deeper. Okay. So allow yourself to just pause on going further and stay present.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from me, the Chariot, which is funny because for me, the Chariot is not about pausing; it is about
Yeah.
movement. But it is Cancer from the zodiac, so this is very Mama Bear like protective.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this. The movement, and this was from Spirit, the movement is getting out of the house. So, don't stay too protected, too alone. Get out, get moving without the intention. Like I think V's
Exactly.
saying, without the intention of, I'm going to go find them. Where are they? Get
Mm-hmm.
out there just for the intention of, experiencing the world and seeing what's going on. And don't be afraid to straddle the two bikes here, which, would be date a couple people,
Yes.
straddle whatever you got to straddle, have a little fun, you
Ah.
know. And I love that the sun is behind them, and this would be like, let the sun be your guide, so this is very dynamic, even though it's very feminine energy with the Cancer. But number 7 is very dynamic. So yeah, so don't be afraid to straddle, connect with multiple people. Have a lunch date with someone, have a dinner date. I think there was an old book or something called Fish Like a Man, and it taught, because women usually drop one hook with bait in, and they okay, I'm going to go one
Oh,
date. Well,
yep.
men throw the cast net out and haul in. That's how they
All the fish.
fish. Yeah, so they
Yeah.
men and women fish differently. So yeah, so I hope that made some sense, Jamie, and anybody else who
Yeah.
chose number 8. Hey V, so Michael asked a quick question, a good question. So twin flame versus soulmate, is there a difference? What's your take, or I'll go first.
in, in my mind, I do feel like there's a difference between twin flame and a soulmate. For me, a twin flame is someone, like you say, that has a sense of reflection. There's so much of you that is like the other person, but you're there to help this other person work through something as they're there to help you. You're very similar in a lot of ways. Okay. Soulmates for me, my definition of a soulmate, um, is someone that comes into your life, they fuck shit up and leave, meaning that there's so much love for this person or so much care for this person that it causes you to change. You would not have made this change would you not have cared about or loved this person as much as you did. And as soon as you start to make these changes happen, then that dynamic between the two of you changes, and then they're gone. They were just put into your life as a catalyst in a lot of places, in a lot of times. That's just the way that I recognize soulmates, as a catalyst. Someone that comes in, they change everything about you, change everything that you kind of knew, gives you a whole new outlook on things, and then they're gone. They're not meant to be a life partner. Life partners for me are your life partner. So that's my distinction between the three.
Yeah, and again, for me, the words just sometimes get in the way of what the energy of it is. I would add on to V's definition of soulmate that my cat, which is sitting next to me, is a soulmate of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He is part of my soul family, which is like a group of energy that kind of travels a little bit together.
Mm-hmm.
I would, and I think a soulmate can be your spouse, husband, lover, and travel part of your life, all of your life. But for some reason, I feel like the twin flame is like extremely connected, probably many, many, many lifetimes together.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like, because for me, a twin would be an embryo, or what is it that, yeah, like a single cell
Yeah.
that became two separate beings. So it's
Right.
like they're part of. It's like they share the same like intimacy and soul.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think they all kind of still fit under the umbrella of like soul family and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yay, Jamie! Yay! I'm glad you loved it.
I'm
So,
glad that
hey Barrett, I can't remember. Did you say yes? I'll do some readings, or no? I don't have time today. If you can do some after the fact. Hey Heather,
Hi, Heather.
we're glad
No
you're
what?
here. So you guys, V, are you good for 2 weeks from tonight?
I am. I am.
So that would be the 13th. I am as well. I'll make sure I post that, so you guys can hit like coming to it, and then you can add it to your calendar so you don't forget. No harm. Um, and so, you guys, Barrett Ermy, who is in the chat room, he stays on if you want to get like a little one card reading from him, especially those of you who came on specifically tonight, but somehow just didn't get into the top 8. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we'll do this again. And if you've had a reading, we're going to start extending out. If you've had a reading within the last 2 times, give somebody
Mhm.
else a chance.
Yeah.
And we thank you for coming on. We thank you for sharing. You can find me at mitchellosborn.com. You can get a one-on-one session with me virtually. And I am booked about 3 weeks out. And if you need something quicker, I've got over 50 spreads. You can find the spread that works best for you. I record a video privately for you and send it back to you with the spread. And then V, how can they get a hold of you and what else you've got going on?
You can catch me right here at redlightreadings.com. I have virtual readings and booking in July, so I have July space open. I am on Instagram as at Red Light Readings, so come hang out with me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. Called Turn Tea. It is part happy hour, part classroom, part talk show. So we have a good time over there. I am teaching a tarot summer school. My class goes live next week, so if you guys want to scoot into there, you're more than welcome. I am teaching how to be your own tarot BFF, an ESO practical approach to reading the cards for yourself. And yeah, I think that's all I got going on right now. I also have a mentorship that I've started called the Mentorita. I think I have room for one more client if anybody's interested in working with me one-on-one outside of the cards for some other personal things. So yeah, but you can check it all out at redlightreadings.com.
Perfect. All right. So let's see, Michael. I'm glad
Thank
to
you,
give you something to think
Heather.
about. And also, V, I'm reminded you as well as me. I just posted my tip jar or my gratuity button in the thing. So V, if you want to drop yours, you guys, we do a lot for society, community, free stuff. And anytime, if you ever want to drop us a 5 or 10 or whatever, we appreciate it. It just helps us be able to do what we do. No pressure ever. And the only reason I do it is because I have people all the time saying, please let me. So I'm allowing you. I'm allowed.
Yeah.
I'm allowed because I know what it's like when you want to give something to somebody and they don't want it in return. We're accepting your gift so that energy flows freely through the universe. Because I know V absolutely just like me. We believe in abundance,
Yes.
and we spread it ourselves and we believe it. So thank you so much. So all right, it is 8:03, way past our bedtime. So all right, everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you, V. Mwah. It's always good to see you.
Good to see you as
And
always. Close us.
I will say, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me see and recognize the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you. Namaste.
And I say namaste. Have a good night, guys.
Bye,
See you later.
everybody.